Now, Steve Marshall, our Australian correspondent, joins us from Sydney. Good morning to you, Steve. Are the Aussies getting excited about taking the Duke and Duchess away from us?
Yeah, indeed. In fact, we've certainly seen a lot of what they've been up to in New Zealand, certainly reported over this way. There's a number of Australian journalists in amongst that huge international travelling media pack reporting back here as to what Australians can expect when William and Kate arrive in Sydney. They arrive about 2:30 this afternoon, and then they'll make their way to the Opera House. So a lovely photo opportunity there before they take a bit of a boat ride and go to the Governor-General's house, and then that should take most of the afternoon, and then they have a quiet evening together by the sounds of it. There are no official engagements tonight, Ellie.
Now, they've had quite a busy itinerary here and seen much of the country. Is it the same in Australia? How much of the countryside will they be seeing?
Look, a fair bit. It's an action-packed 10 days. The first 4 days, they will be spent in and around Sydney. So the Opera House today, they'll be taking in Taronga Zoo, Sydney's world-famous zoo, and no doubt young George will see a number of animals he is not or won't be accustomed to back home. And they'll go to the Blue Mountains as well before venturing further afield to Uluru, formerly known as Ayers Rock, into the centre of Australia, Brisbane. But interestingly, no Melbourne visit for the Royals, which has taken the Victorians somewhat by surprise. They feel a little bit left out that the Royals will not be visiting Melbourne. One of Australia's busiest and most vibrant and cultural cities has been left off the itinerary, Ellie.
And Steve, you said you've been closely monitoring the visit over there from Aussie. You would have seen it has been plagued with some pretty miserable weather over here. Rain has followed them wherever they've gone pretty much, and it's followed us here to Porirua. What is the forecast for Australia? Can they expect some sunny skies?
I'm afraid to say yes, they can. It's going to be sunny, and there's a little bit of drizzle around this morning, but that's going to clear this afternoon. So as I mentioned before, some fantastic picture opportunities. A high of about 22 in Sydney today, but then it gets better as we head into Easter. It's going to be the mid-20s. Sun is forecast for the next 5 days. So unfortunately, yes, Australia does have it over New Zealand in the weather stakes, looking ahead to the forecast.
Okay, so you've got one up on the weather, Steve, but be honest with me, are the Aussies a little bit sore that we got the first glimpse of the Duchess and certainly Prince George as well?
Look, I think they're a little bit sore that they're not going to see the young fella as much as what New Zealanders have. Certainly, you guys over there have had a fantastic look at the Royals, haven't you? But over here, look at those public engagements, particularly with young George, aren't as frequent as what many would like over here. So certainly, when you look at what New Zealand's got in terms of the whole access to the entire family, if you like, then certainly you've certainly got one over on the Aussies there.
All right, thanks for that, Steve. We'll cross to you throughout their visit there and get updates on how it is going. Thanks for joining us this morning, Steve.